Alright, so here's a little showcase of the MX artillery script. Uh, the version that I have running right now is a beta for the major update coming out hopefully by the end of the month. Um, that'll feature some cool things that I'll talk about more when it gets closer to coming out. Anyway, to start, you're going to place a little waypoint somewhere on the map. And then, if you have the ace perm set up, then you're allowed to use it. Or if you don't have them on at all, so you'll be allowed to use them either way, you can run /arty, and we'll say artillery spotter, calling an artillery strike on coordinates, and then list the coordinates. I'm probably going to clean that up a little bit more, make it actually stay like this is the X, this is the Y, just so it looks clean. Anyway, you can see the first couple of rounds the first 3 rounds are smoke rounds. After that, it is configurable, how many rounds will fire after that, and how many shells per round. Right now I have it set on 3 rounds with 3 shells each. And so you can see that they're not all hitting in the same spot because there's a little bit of an inaccuracy that's fully configurable by the user. But as you can see, they come down, they do a lot of damage. Here, if I come over here and I get a car and I place it over here and hope it gets it. Alright, so as you can see, it does actually do damage. Yeah, so we have those. And then something that's cool that I just recently added right before this release, and when I say right before, and it's a few days ago, is gas arty. So, as you can see, it's calling gas artillery strike on coordinates. And once again, I'm probably going to clean that up a little bit more. But it starts off with your 3 rounds like that. Your 3 smoke rounds. And then boom. Here's the smoke. And as you run into it, it does decent damage. It's literally just using the base tear gas. I couldn't figure out how to write custom, like how to get custom damage, or I mean that's what I'm trying to say. I'm just failing here. I can figure out how to get custom damage for it. If I can ever figure that out, I'll get it. But as you can see, one shell, assuming it hits the target dead on the first time, will essentially kill them even with full armor. I had to run over to it after it landed, so that's why I didn't die immediately. But yeah, so that's and that these are a separate config on how many of these come in and everything. So you can set all of that up however you please. And there's lots of config that you can do with it. I bring the config up here. There's lots to config. This is the experimental thing that's in the beta, but everything else here is in the config. Oh well, I'm just now realizing that it's not showing. Alright, so and this here is the config. Everything except for this that says mortar prop is going to be in the config that you will receive with purchasing it as of right now, which is 12.5.22. So you can configure everything from how high it spawns in to the max firing distance. That 1400 is essentially 1 square. If you're using this grid map, it's essentially 1 square. You can enable or disable the smoke rounds. You can choose the time between shots. This is what I prefer right here. It does pretty good for me, but you can do it however you like. You can set the spawning offset. You can set the impact offset, spawning of the more accurate rounds, impact of the more accurate rounds. That's basically saying, okay, it'll spawn anywhere in a 4 radius from the coordinates, and it will impact anywhere in a 12 radius of its spawn, versus a 6 and a 25. How many waves and how many rounds, and this is the exact same thing just for the gas artillery. Obviously, you can set up ace perms here. I have it turned off on my server right now. If you want, you can change the weapons that are used. They're both made custom weapons made by me. But yeah, this is just what you get with it. But yeah, I hope y'all do enjoy the script. You feel free to leave feedback on what you want to see in the next update. I will be working on that next update very fast, hoping to get it out by the end of the month. I know it's really just the start of the month, but it's a major addition, I promise. So it'll be pretty dope to have in your server, especially if it's a military server, or if you just want to do some trolling with your players. Maybe set it up so only management can use and just call in some artillery strikes on your players. Just to troll with them. You know, something fun like that. But anyway, let me know if you have any feedback, and hope you enjoy the script.